Yeah, we at Papi's house. Letting the altar bill get ready for the super moon in January. You understand? Getting everything ready, you know, for protection from them. From them. Who is them? Them is a fictitious thing. Them don't even exist if you twerk it right. You know, whoever them is, it's a balance if you twerk it right. You understand me? There's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. So you gotta understand. There is a them on a physical level, on a mental level, on a spiritual level. If you black, the them is white supremacy and white aggression. You understand me? But then there's so much more than that. There's so much more than just this hologram and our perceived enemies in the hologram. You understand? Not saying that the lynchings ain't real, the KKK and racist white supremacy and the policing and the genocidal conditions ain't real. I'm not saying that at all. But there's something far greater than this expression. So there's a lot of things. Where we come from ain't no such thing as an enemy. Where we find ourselves, when you have a full perspective on that, your enemy should be in you. If anything that's holding you back in this hologram is you. There's been systems placed around you. If you grew up like I grew up in a hood situation, if you grew up like I grew up in an American nigga situation, there's situations that's placed around you. Like the FBI admitted to flooding our neighborhoods with crack. And if you just look into the history, you see what we've been through as a people. With white folks, you understand? And their dislike for people with melanated skin. You know, as I said before, and as I'll probably say again, when you have a universal perspective, you'll see who's in the real tragedy. And it might look like we're in the tragedy in the hologram. The illusion is that black folks is being, you know, mistreated, and that's what's happening in the hologram. Understand? But there's a bigger thing. We actually gonna get glory from this experience. Melanated folks, we gonna get glory from this experience, being down here in this hologram, going through what we going through. When you see the starving babies and their spines touching, and their ribs touching, you know, it's nothing but glory for us going through this experience, because the energies that have us here ain't never experienced this experience. So, amongst our peers, amongst our galactic peers, you know, we just gonna be looked at as some badass motherfuckers, you know. So the last thing you want to do in a hologram is regret what you experiencing, and that's fucked up, because black folks experiencing all that types of shit. Your moms might have been addicted, your father might have been addicted, you might have not had a father, like you know, my father wasn't there. You might have had so many different variables. You might have been trafficked, child trafficked, you might have been raped, anything. There's so many different variables in this human experience. You know, if you want to talk about they, who the they is, there's so many different levels we can talk about the they is. So if you're on a metaphysical level, it don't matter how you grew up, you know how you need to respond to what you're taking in. And you know the defragging, you might not know the defragging, you might have just did the book work on metaphysics or mind. But if you don't know, you have to defrag that frontal cortex. That's the filter. So you know, that's what it's about. That's what we doing over here at Papi's house. You know, exposing the different levels of what we can deal with something like. So, I have some videos on the black bottle, so I'm not gonna make a black bottle during this ceremony, so I'm gonna show you that. But on a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, you can do so many rituals to keep, to give you ease in this expression, to keep enemies, so-called enemies or perceived enemies at bay. You understand me? In creative expression, a Shangri-La, oasis in the middle of the desert. That's what this spirituality is about. And that's not about money. If you want money, you can go to white man for money. If you want spirituality, because money don't give you ease. People with money kill themselves all the time. You understand? So there's a balance. You want dimension mastery. And money is an aspect of dimension mastery. So this ain't a poor message. This is a do your thing and kick everybody in the ass message. Fuck being humble. Be humble. You understand? Fuck being humble. Be humble. You understand? That's the alchemy of it. You know what I'm saying? You're not here to be subservient, but at the same time, you're not here to chase after things just to have things. A lot of people who do that exchange their spirituality, their universal currency for things. And the people who understand energy understand. That's why they give you money, promissory notes, for your energy, for your spiritual things. Money is a destroyer of your cosmic currency. These promissory notes down here will fuck you up the ass. In an expression that really means something, that it really means something to have. Some spiritual fortitude, some spiritual currency. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't talking about morality. I ain't talking about none of that silly shit. I'm talking about betraying yourself for currency. But whatever. Talking about the who is the they. You are the they ultimately. You need to get information and knowledge to undergird yourself. People take advantage of those. There are a group, an aspect in society that take advantage of those who don't know who the they is, so to speak. And the they becomes them. It becomes the 1%. It becomes the elite families. It becomes the Jews-ish. You know what I'm saying? It becomes the other organizations that uphold these different things. They don't really understand mind. They understand alchemy, but they don't understand mind because they have an immense fear, which automatically puts you above those who this is all they have. It saddens me when I see people do that because this is all they have. So they gotta have somebody on their knees. They gotta fucking abuse somebody. They gotta take from people. I'm talking about extremely wealthy billionaires. They got to, And a lot of people who too can be somebody at McDonald's who got at home beating his wife because he feel like he gotta have somebody up under him. So there's so many different aspects to this whole thing. You understand? This is a patriarchal dominated society, and how you create a Shangri-La in the middle of this desert, this destitute energy, this barren energy, this savage ass energy. How you create a Shangri-La in the midst of that is you get with this matriarchal energy, and you get with this spirituality. I'm an empath, so I feel for niggas every day, all day. So it's different for me. It ain't never gonna be no good, no Shangri-La, no nothing here better than where we going. And I don't want me to go there. I want this whole motherfucking planet to, even though I love the netta, just like it's in my nature to love all organisms. Ashe. Her time is coming. She ready to go. Come on, man. Y'all digging in her, taking the energy, taking the oil, taking all the ashe out of her, destroying her, not returning your ashe back to her. Okay, you want to be down? That's what's up. We need that.